Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Cool. That looks great so far. Just get that moved over there. Everything should be running on those ones. Let's make sure those monitors are up and running. Yep, that's good. And how about the one on there? Monitor 2, going good. Cool. Awesome. Well, hello everyone. It's been a long time coming. The Vladdy is back, and what up, everyone? As everyone is being the one person in the chat being me. Hello, me. Hello, you. How are you doing? Perfectly fine. I'm crazy, just so you know. Because I thought it was a good idea to do 2 perfect grades at once. If one wasn't just a nightmare, how about 2? That sounds like a great idea. Let's do that many at once. Sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a horrible fucking idea. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea at all. I have no idea why I thought it was a good idea to do 2 perfect grade exias at the same fucking time. I really don't. I am sadomasochistic on this. Okay, here we are. That's where we left off last time. Yeah. So we're doing all those inner... Yeah, all the inner and outer armor pieces. And God, that's really high up. And really high in the shot. Okay, and all the armor pieces are down there. We need YA2 for the repair ones, but we don't need that for these ones. I've got everything, I think, ready to go. I just got to do this part and get it in place. Man, it's been a long time. But we do have the completed cloak armature that I'm going to be using. Yo, what up, boys? So this will be the armature for the cloak setup. I've got to build one more for the other side. Basically, I modified this joint here to accept the cloak's little joints that we're supposed to click into the subarm. And then the main cloak is going to be into there. Little bit of UV cure resin to help get it into place. Same thing with building up the... what is it called? The pegs on the cloaks. Just a little bit of UV cure resin to build up those pegs so that way I can get them installed. Nothing too much. But been trying to figure that out for a few days. And been busy enough that I couldn't go to the store. So that's also been the thing. Haven't had the time nor the money to go to the store and get the UV cure resin. I am using, what is this? Blue Moon Studio UV cure resin. Pretty easy to work with. Glob it on. Blast it with some UV light. Good as gold. So let's go ahead and get these arms somewhat done. I've got to do a bunch more work to the words that escape my mouth. I got to do more work to the Avalanche. The Avalanche has extra parts. And then I've also got to get the parts out for the repair. The repair has different parts. Because the Avalanche has a whole sub-arm part that goes on. Which is completely different than the repair. What is that? 53. So we have to go back and build that here in a little bit. 7-53. Oh, I see it. Left and right. And then you build this little sub-arms. Yep. Which we'll go back and build after we get these arms somewhat good to go. Back in the saddle, boys. Let's go ahead and get started. Been a while, I know. That's what happens when I have overtime. And I've got to get on Gundam Pros. The stupid thing hasn't moved yet. I mean, it hasn't even gotten a freaking tracking code yet. Should have already been in the post already. I'm gonna have to hound him tomorrow. If he doesn't post shit by then, I mean, I can't have a $300 order hanging like this Needs to be in. I can't wait a week, 2 weeks for them to get it in the post. I've already paid for it. I want it shipped to me now. I mean, I have so much patience, but it's a little sad when I was promised Monday for the shipment. So, little bit angry about that, right? If you can't tell, my demeanor's a little off. Okay, so I gotta check all those parts, but we need to do the E3 part real quick. You better ship it out tomorrow. What's worse is it's supposed to have been here tomorrow. It was supposed to ship out Monday, be here by Friday. Like, I like Gundam Pros. He's an okay guy, but I mean, he needs to get his orders out when he says he's going to get them out. Don't promise me Monday and give me Friday. We'll play Pal World to Saturday night. I'm going to try to get some... I need to try to get some of these things done. We'll do that for Saturday night game night. We still need to bring Ajax friggin' rocket launcher hunting. Oh, dude. I hear that. Elden Ring, when it comes to a Souls game, I'm really bad at it. But you throw me at Monster Hunter and I can go ham every time I jump straight in. It's hilarious. I don't know if it's just I think Monster Hunter has a better combat system compared to like a Souls game. Where a Souls game, it's just too RNG. Right, dude. Like, I wouldn't mind if it was already in the post and I had, what is it called? A tracking number. But yeah, you're like in the same boat as me. It's like, it just sucks when you don't have something in the post when it should be. And it's just aggravating because you don't know if it's going to get there on time or not. Or at all. Okay, so I've got to do all that to the same thing. Click the wrong thing. God damn it. Come on, I need the arm. I need to see if the arm has the same setup as the original. Why do you have to have everything in such weird freaking spots? Yes, L, 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 E. Oh yeah, duh. We wouldn't use that part because the fact you're not supposed to have the ribbon cables on there. That's right. I'm like, why is it not telling me to do that? But that's because technically on the repair, you're not supposed to have these as well. It's like, geez, sometimes I really don't get why you would want to do the repair unit. The repair unit takes out so much of the lighting kit. It's like, if you're not going to do a lighting kit, the repair would be worth it. But the repair is not worth it if you have the lighting kit. Because you lose so many lights to the whole thing. It's so stupid. Dude, that sucks, man. I hear you, man. Fucking, this weather is killing me. Either be hot or cold. Pick one. It is killing me. I hear you when it comes to sinuses kicking your ass. Okay, good. Then I need L11, which is off of this one. L11, and we've already taken that all off. I will wait to take all those off before I do any of this. Yep. Come back here, you. I saw that. Go in the pile of all the other ones that have fallen off. Ooh, I see the other one. Nope, and there's another one that's about to fall off. I don't know what it is with this stupid part, but it likes to fall off. Slow progress there. everything. Yeah, keep an eye on everything. I'm hoping the Ragnarok backpack. I should really check the shipping on that. Hopefully that'll be here by the end of the week, so that way I can kind of get a look at it. And then I have to start planning on when and how the fuck I'm gonna get an 8812A for it. I was not expecting it to ship already. That was a shocker from from USA Gundam Store. I'm like, yeah, you usually don't get things till like 6 months after the release for third-party stuff. I was shocked to see a shipping notification coming from them this early. And putting down a down payment, well, putting down a deposit on the Tall Geese T2 from Nielsen Works. That's when I'm not going to let get out of my fingers. I love it. I'm not going to let a Tall Geese perfect grade get out of my grasp. Even if I have to wait a bit longer or if I don't get the pre-order from them. Okay, got that, and that. Dave's not here, man. Oh my god, right? Dave's not here, boys. How's it get with you done it? You'd love this stupid story. It's from work today. It was kind of a passive aggressive thing, and I think I got it on I think I got it on purpose because I kind of did something that somebody was trying to call me out on, and I did it better than they thought I would do. The passive aggressive note was pretty hilarious that I got back. From what Ajax was saying, that it's pretty good. I mean, I like the idea of it better. I certainly don't like paying for COD prices for, what is it, glorified high grade. That always is the best to be able to say that it was a fun, easy build. Because it's not always a fun, easy build. Sometimes it's a difficult, annoying, and cannot believe I got through that build. Okay, that's one. Let's get them both. All three of these done. Right? I need to get the gun cannon at some point. The new one. I kind of like it, and I know it's not very expensive. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it. Been picky, choosy with my kits so far. Plus, spending all my overtime on the Dendro. Two weeks to rekill it. Didn't help we were playing Power World, and that also time plays it as well. We kind of got stuck for a little while. Playing what is a glorified baby's game. Same here, guys. Same here. On call and Power World has not helped me be able to get on here and paint, get here and get this shit done. But it gave me enough time to find to kind of contemplate what method of adhesive I was wanting to use for the shoulder binders that I've been planning for the repair. Because super glue wasn't working very well. It was taking too long. Like, it was taking me at least 8 to 10 hours per coat of super glue to try to build up those arm pegs, where it took literally 20 minutes before stream to get the UV resin cure done and test fit multiple times to make sure they were working correctly. The Aurora Solomon, you should do Glory, dude. Everyone's loving Glory like crazy. Everyone says Glory is really, really good. And it looks really, really good. There's just something about the gold inner frame parts that are just sick on the body. I wish it came with clear ones. I wish it came with like clear green ones. I mean, you could obviously go and recast them in a clear green and do all that, blah, blah. I ain't doing that shit. That's too much work for me. I don't even know when I'm going to get to my Solomon. I'm going to be going and putting the Dendro after the Nielsen Works Astray. I might follow that up with the Solomon. I don't know just yet. Doesn't help now. I have to secure the batteries for the Solomon, and I've got to get some hobby magnets so I can make sure the Solomon works correctly. Because Mophie kind of disappointed me by telling me that they never did guarantee that the magnets or the batteries would be in the box. Even though there is no disclaimer on their website saying that you wouldn't get the batteries or the magnet for the Solomon. Kind of angry at that. It's the whole gimmick of the headpiece is that it has the battery in there. I mean, the magnet in the backpack. But now having to go and get a magnet and try to make it work like the one that was supposed to come with it is going to suck. Let's see if I can get some more use out of this thing. Before I may have to go. So that just happened. Lovely. Oh, that's just lovely. Well, it looks like I'm pretty much dead in the water for tonight then. I mean, I can work on some other parts, but... Shit. That thing just self-destructed. And luckily there was no paint in there because it's completely empty. Okay, so we're kind of dead on the water doing light blocking tonight. Fun. I don't think I have any other black markers. Let me double check. Try gold and see if it helps. I'll try gold. Well, really, I can even try doing the silver. I do have the silver paint. Let me see if that'll work. I've already blocked the... Yeah, actually, no, the silver should work. Never mind. The silver should work. Hold things steady. No, it's an old marker. I've had it for about 1.5 years now. And the ball bearings went flying because the reverse thread cap came off. And luckily there was no paint in there, or my floor would, and my floor mat and my floor would be stained completely black, and I would probably be cutting the stream right about now, which I didn't because it was completely empty and dried up. Thank God. Oh, yeah, no, I said I will talk to you about it later. Because it's something I just don't want to have on stream. I do have a couple people who I work with who watch the stream. Something I'll talk about later. I don't think this stuff is nearly as thick as the black, but we'll test it out and see. We'll test it and see if it works. Okay, so for some reason they put this light diffuser that's inside the arm where there's an LED. The thing is that light diffuser is supposed to be refracting light up into this stupid clear silicone piece. But the problem is there's an emitter there, there's an emitter there, and there's an emitter on the backside. And you cover all that up with panels. If you don't like I've already painted them black right now to help diffuse the light from coming through. But if you don't have any coating on it, it will shine right through that white armor. Even if there is a little tiny imperfection, it will shine right through that armor. And it ruins the look, and you lose some of the intensity of the light. And usually I use a very thick black oil-based paint that I have used for about 3.5 to 4 years now. That basically makes it so that light cannot penetrate panels. I need to get more of it. Okay, the silver will work. Silver will work. It's just enough. Oh, why am I pulling that off? I am so stupid. I need to pull the arm off. Yeah, the silver will work. Okay. Thank you for standing up. Yeah, the silver will work. Because my headset hates me. That's why. This headset is always trying to choke me. I swear to God. Anytime it can, it will wrap itself around and try to choke the shit out of me. Yeah, looking up. Love that. Please stop doing that. Oh, it is terrible. It works. Like, I've got this one all worked up. Once we get the shoulder piece on and you get this piece on, it works okay. It's actually pretty good. Even in, it looks better on camera than it does in real life, but it still looks pretty convincing even on, while you're viewing it IRL. It's still pretty good. It's just kind of terrible. Would have liked just an LED diffracting into it, not the PCB shit they did. But it's still okay. Where did that go? There you are. Come back. And that was the everything. So far, the lighting kit hasn't been the worst thing I've ever built or had to deal with. It's just not been the most convenient at times. Still better than the EX, the MGEX unicorn so far. Still miles above that one. Don't say it. Right. And I wish Cosmos would do a lighting kit for that. I really do wish. It would make up for that entire thing existing. I mean, even I could probably do a better one than they did. Just using that clear psycho frame for different shit. I'm really actually surprised Cosmos hasn't done a lighting kit for that one. To make up for Bandai being so fucking terrible on that. Ah. Okay, wide hole, small hole. No, just stand. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you could still do one of the RG, what is it called? Not the RG, the PG kits at some point. Do Cosmos lighting kits, and kind of get the same feel that you should have got with the freaking MGEX. But I mean, yeah, that one's still the worst. That was kind of when I started really kind of getting a little wary of Bandai. That's kind of when I started kind of falling to my tendencies to not follow the flow and not be a Bandai bootlicker. When I saw how bad that model kit was. Yeah, dude, the perfect grades look so good. From what I know and from what everyone's been talking about on the server, they're really worth it. Space and money, yes. Remember, the band's got the ones that are really decently cheap now. I'm just glad that they keep reprinting them. I am so happy to push them on people. It's one of the few times I get to freaking be like super like you should buy this. And damn near free. Dude, I know, right? Oh man, I like the Dendro. I wish they had there was a Gao Gao Dendro, or the Raws was a bit cheaper, because I would have loved to have gone for the Mechanicore. But sadly, there is none. Same thing with like the Zeong. The Neo Zeong only comes from Bandai, and it sucks. But luckily, we're getting like perfect grades and all the other fun stuff from Daban and some of the other companies like the Solomon, the Glory, the now T2 from what? I keep calling him Frosty Cat. It's not Frosty Cat. It's freaking Nielsen Works. The Nielsen Works T2 is going to be fucking amazing. Just looking at that inner frame, if he's even doing half the shit he's doing that he says on that, it's gonna be one of the top kits of the year. Knowing Nielsen, it will probably be a struggle to put that together. Knowing Nielsen Works and it being a boutique brand, it will be a struggle build. It will be a fairly intense, you need to know what you're doing build, but it'll come out so good. Nielsen's aren't incredibly hard, but they are a struggle when you're just getting into them and seeing how they fit. They do need a lot of refitting here and there, especially on press fit parts. Press fit parts sometimes need to be either glued in place or have modified friction done so that way they'll hold better. Yo, what up, Ruka? Long time, I know. I mean, it's been a while. Thank you for dropping my phone on the ground. Thank you. No, that is the, God, what is that called? The Mega Scale. That is the Mega Scale. Love it. It was one of my favorites I did. That was a custom LED kit I did. It took about, how many LEDs in there? I think if I remember right, the count was about 200. Because it was, each chain was 50. It took 4 chains that were tied together. Luckily, they only used one controller. But it's controlled via, what is it called? Frequency, so it can change its color. Yeah, that was a fun build. That was actually a rebuild, actually. I took apart my original one that had 3 mil LED. So when I originally made my Mega Scale, I did 3 mil LEDs. Worst thing I ever did. I didn't know about surface mount or what is called SMDs or fairy lights, those being the micro LEDs that exist now. I always thought LEDs were always just in the 3 mil format. That was super expensive to do. It was actually cost me probably more to do the original 3 mil build, which was just red, than it costed to do that that setup for the Mega Scale. Roughly around $200 to do that, with around about 150 hours worth of work after reworking and going through. It was a challenge. That's not even the hardest one, Ruka. If you go back through some of the stuff I've done over the last couple of years, the worst one has still been the new Verka. That was 300-ish plus hours worth of work. It was 3 months, constant work. It's not nearly as many LEDs as that. It was around 60 to 80 LEDs, all hand soldered, all hand inlaid, soldered up into a MG Verka new with the motonuclear. God, what is it? God, I cannot remember. It's an old backpack. It's basically the same backpack as the Hainu, plus a Deban funnel set, which was actually really fun. They actually open up an exposed cycle frame. Really, really fun thing to do. The only part was that the new was terrible. I do not recommend the new Verka to anyone. One of the worst model kits I've ever worked on. I hated every second of it. Oh my god. Seriously? That has been going on consistently all day. And I actually genuinely tell people, if you want to build the new perfect grade, go ahead and build it, because it was actually pretty decent. And the last one I did, which I don't know if you can see him back from here. Actually, you can. The tall goose back here, right there. The tall goose right there took about the same amount of time, but has like 5 times as many LEDs and has 4 times many parts as the new. But was actually really worth it. We did lose we had some parts short out on it. I lost one of the verniers. Well, I lost both the back verniers. And the head shorted out. I had to go and redo the head real quick. The head's now not nearly as good as it was before it shorted out. Came down to some bad solder and some really bad solder joints. I've got to get some better solder when I start doing the perfect grade Zaku. But it came out really well. It's one of my favorites I did last year. I finished it up around March last year. It was really cool. And right now, I decided to do all the perfect grades I've got in backlog. We started with, I would consider it perfect grade when it comes to Zoids. Started with the Gojulus, went to the new. I went to my Exias because they were my next one. And then I have 3 more in line. I have the perfect grade Unleash, which will be fun. That should be a quick build. There's nothing really too much to that. Then I have my Cosmos LED Unicorn Perfectibility. That's going to be fun. It's the actual RGB kit. I'm going to get that all wired up and get that all looking nice. Yes, it doesn't have the clear Psycho frame, but it'll still look cool even though it will have the colored Psycho frame in there. The clear Psycho frames are really hard to find, either Deban or Bandai. They're almost nigh impossible to find nowadays. Yeah, I hear that. That's actually kind of why I started doing the lighting kits, Ruka. Is at one point I was building kits faster than I could buy them. And I was actually getting to the point where it was just too expensive to enjoy Gunpla. And then I got into doing my own custom, kind of into doing more detailing work. And then because of my job, I work with electronics. Well, it's kind of like, I could probably do LEDs, and then I've done a couple unicorns, several unicorns, and then I've done other things. I've done double L kits, which lean pretty well. I've done a lot of stuff. 2 Sinanjus have been done. It's so much fun when you finally get in there and you start cutting a Gundam up with a hot soldering iron. And not in the weathering way. I'm going to put holes in this thing and drill into it and then cut it up and make it all work. Same thing with the big guys behind me. The what is it called? The 135th scale busts are actually really, really worth your money. The Sinanju one is like the best one. It's one of the top bus kits that exists. It's so hard to get because they sell out almost instantly as soon as they get printed. Still worth the $300 you're going to pay for that. The lighting kit's really great. The Sotheby bus is one of my favorites as well. Big, giant, but it feels great when you build it. And we've got the full 135th scale RX-78-2 coming out soon. I am jumping on that as soon as it's available. That is going to be a god tier piece in my selection because I need a Gundam that's as big as a toddler and doesn't cost $1 million. Screw the Neo Zeong. I'm going to get the 135th scale frickin' RX-78-2 full Gundam. Who needs a frickin' Neo Zeong when you've got Gundam? Oh, you know what? Shit. No, that one doesn't matter. Okay. Those ones don't matter. Okie dokie. And I know I've been gone for a little while. It's been a hot minute since I've talked to everybody. It's because I've been working my ass off. It's not been a fun couple weeks. I've been having a lot of OT. As we switched over from last year to New Year, because in February is when our new calendar rolls over. So it was kind of a nightmare for the last 2 weeks. But hopefully as things stabilize in the new year, 2024, I should be more regular with everything. Plus, we've been stuck on Pal World like crazy because that game is just way too much damn fun. And for those of you who don't know me, I am the third-party king. I'm the boogeyman that Bandai doesn't like. Because I'll make you buy something that you will actually like. Instead of cramming the same 4 kits down your throat that Bandai does. I've had enough of the frickin' justice and the freedom. It's time for some other kits to get a shot, like the GPO-2 Solomon. Or the Glory Stargazer. Getting it shot to actually be a fucking cool kit. It's always sad when the really cool shit that Bandai should be making is going to the third-party guys. You would think by now that should be a first-party thing only. That you should be getting all the cool shit from the first-party people. And the really bad stuff should be coming from the third-party people. It's kind of sad that it's the opposite currently, in this day and age. Where some of the more mediocre kits come from the actual Bandai line, and or P Bandai being another joke. And we're seeing third-party model kits that should go well over Macross, I don't have any Macross yet. They're cool. I have never really gotten into Macross. Okay, small hole goes on front. Big hole goes on back. Ugh. And I've got to watch my time. We are kind of short-timed on weeknights. We're going to be going till about 10:30. I'm mostly a Zoids and Gundam guy. I've spent way too much money on Zoids. Nowhere near as much as Sir Phobos, but a decent chunk. To say I have almost all of the Blitz team. Almost. I don't have all of them just yet. I need a few more. I need to get a D-Bison. I think that's actually it. I just need D-Bison. Yeah, I just need D-Bison. Well, D-Bison and then, God, there's one other one. The flying unit. I don't have that one still. What's your best buy in any kit you regret buying? Oh, okay. Yeah, there are 2 kits that technically meet the requirement for regret, but there's one that is the uttermost despised kit in my collection, and it's actually in parts right now. And that is the Dark Matter Exia Master Grade from Build Fighters. It's one of the worst Master Grades you can build. Just utterly terrible. Just everything about it is terrible. It's a hand grenade kit that falls apart the second you try to build it. Yes, I wasn't great when I built it, but I have tried my hardest to make it work. I have gone back, tried to retighten, remake. I even was going to redo it all and have a giant wire harness on it, and still was having parts fall off and break and everything just go to pieces all the damn time. And it was just, it's the worst kit that you can buy. Luckily, they have not made a reprint of that in a long damn time because it's worthless. But my favorite kit of all time is what got me really into the third-party trade. It's actually what solidified my faith in, what is it called? Daban. To accurately make something that's great and not be a complete ripoff. And that would be the 8814. This is the Power Red Frame Astray. It's still one of my favorites of all time. It comes with a giant sword that is basically human size. I'm not getting up to go get it down. I have it on the shelf. It's a pain in the ass to pull down. It's about almost 2.5 feet long. But you get all this except for the big swords. I need to actually switch these swords out for a Nielsen's at some point. If I can find some that are not attached to an overly priced unit. But once I finally built a Daban kit, I kind of was like, why was I told these were terrible? I had been asking people because I wanted that one. And then there's the Mars jacket, which I skipped on the Mars jacket for almost 5 years after I had seen people say it was okay. And I loved the look of it, but I kept getting told Daban was trash. Don't buy demand kits. They're not good. Blah, blah, blah. They're knockoffs. They don't work. No, that's really not the case. They're actually really good. I have several demands. I've built a lot of them. My Deban New, my Deban 8827, which is my gold frame Amatsu Hana. I have several Deban kits, including these ones that I'm working on right now. The Exias are Deban kits. They are not official. Oh no, I'm a bad person. Third party has saved me thousands doing this hobby, as well as getting me stuff I would never normally be able to buy. I would not have 2 Exia perfect grades if I bought from Bandai. It's too much money. I can't be able to, I would never be able to buy that. But having the option of being able to buy a not so standard kit, yes, it has flaws. Yes, it's not perfect. But you know what? I will damn well take not perfect and work around that, then pay almost... I priced this out to be around... So it's $450 for the lighting kit. It's $150 just for the repair. And I estimate the avalanche to cost around $200. So each one's worth about $900. It's kind of sad that for about $170, you get almost $900 worth of model kit. $800 to $900 worth of model kit. And I forgot to do those. God damn it. I am very bad at remembering what I'm doing on my stuff. Order sell the full armor expansion separately to literally the unicorn. They do for the perfect grade. But the full armor expansion for the real grade and the called the Verka have to come from the actual kits themselves. That's the only thing that sucks about the full armors. Or you buy the Deban Perfectibility Unicorn Perfect Grade, and it actually pretty much comes with a full armor setup. Because it does come with the Divine Pack, which is pretty much full armor. Right. Yeah, I hate that. Man, that's what they've been doing recently, where it's like everything has to be an add-on, and it's like, I hate that idea. Like the Exia, the repair is an add-on. It's $150. They don't even sell the Avalanche at all. There's no Avalanche. Deban actually made the Avalanche for the perfect grade by upscaling the master grade version of the Avalanche to work with the perfect grade. But I get a lot of what is it? The problem I have with Bandai right now is that there just seems like the the spark they've had for the longest time has burned out, and it just doesn't seem like they have any fresh ideas. They've been coasting on such old ideas for such a long time that it's like it's lost my faith in them being a very forward-thinking company. They're more stuck in a rut and don't know how to get out. They have so many great IPs that they could be using to boost themselves, but they always stick to one or two. They seem to just want to default to build divers all the time now. And then almost exclusively stick to high grades. Only releasing 1 or 2 master grades a year, and it's just such a sad sight. And it just leaves the market so wide open to other companies coming out and bringing bigger model kits, which is just sad. All right, let's see if I can get this done. All right, let's see. Oh, wow, I'm going to get like 1, maybe 2 more panels done. I'm going to test this one to make sure that it's not leaking too much light past these panels. Make sure it's looking good. Because we ran out of the black paint. Why does it feel like my hand is wet, even though it's not? Weird. Double check how bad that's going to be looking. I wish I had a longer connector. Make it so much easier. And ow, do not stab myself in the chest. Really don't feel like having to deal with that today. Much easier. That way I don't have to hold you up. Oh, that's not bad. That's actually really, really good. I do like that. Very slight. Very slight light bleed. I might have to put more paint on the backside of those. Or I might have to wait and get some black tomorrow. And go back over those. Because apparently that's not enough. You know, I really hate these. They're really annoying. Could try doing white over top. But I think this is empty too, because that feels like it. Silver's just not thick enough. Yeah, we may have to just come back with the black tomorrow. It's already 10:17. We've been going for not as long as I'd like to because I started a little bit late. But that was because I was fixing this part, which is the shoulder mount that I've been working on for a while now. But we are getting a lot of light bleed, which is unfortunate because I was hoping the silver would be big enough, but I guess it's not. So I'll have to come back to that tomorrow. I'll go get some black markers tomorrow. It's fine. I'll be out and about anyway, so I can go get some of those. But thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I'm going to get off here and go get some shit done. We'll be back tomorrow night, Saturday and Sunday morning, and then try to get back on the regular schedule. It's been hard getting back on the saddle again. I need to get some more videos out. I've got to get some more stuff going. I've got to get everything in order. I kind of held off on another video because of the fact that I was waiting on a response back from one of the companies, and I also got to figure out what's going on with one of my packages. So thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully get more work done. We did get a decent amount of work done today, technically, but that's how it goes when I'm streaming. and on the short days. The short days is an hour to 2-hour stream. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later. Thank you, and bye-bye.